Corey, let me start with you here. Having been on the scene and done investigations where you're coming upon a body, and then after you get to the point of trial, you realize, this is someone's daughter, someone's loved one, and that person is probably looking to you for comfort and support. I can't even imagine what it's like. Would you speak to that, please?
Well, listen, I'm watching a detective there. One of the takeaways I took from his questioning was he said, I can vividly still see this. Like, it affected him. So one of the things people got to understand, like with police officers, you see this stuff. It's very traumatic. You see it every day. And I've told you before on your show that for me personally, I use what I call the Corvette effect. If I would see such horror, working in East New York, Brooklyn, Brownsville, Brooklyn, some of the most violent places in New York City, if not the country. I saw so much death. But I used this Corvette effect. Like every day after work, I would act like I got in a Corvette, drop the top, and whatever I saw, I'll drop 100 miles an hour, just let it get out of my brain. And that's the only way that you can really deal with this, unless you like doing some type of therapy. Because when you're working in violent places and you see such horror, it's really hard. The average person don't understand what you're going through. And that's why police officers are so close. People call it this blue wall. But I actually call it a blue hug, because that's the only people you can really decipher this stuff with, because it's very traumatic to see these things.